In the rich tapestry of India's legal system, the threads that govern divorce are particularly complex. This complexity arises from the country's diverse religious traditions, each with its own unique set of marital laws. Overlaying these are provisions for civil marriages, making the landscape a fascinating, albeit challenging, one to navigate. Now, let's unravel these knots one by one. Firstly, the grounds for divorce. These are the circumstances under which a person may legally end their marriage. Adultery is one such ground, where a spouse has been unfaithful. Cruelty, whether physical or mental, is another. If one spouse is causing harm to the other, making cohabitation unsafe or unreasonable, this is a valid reason for divorce. Desertion, the act of one spouse abandoning the other without a reasonable cause for a continuous period of no less than 2 years, is also a permissible ground for divorce. Conversion, where one spouse changes their religion, is another ground. If a spouse is suffering from a severe mental disorder that makes it impossible for the other to live with them, this too can be a reason for divorce. Previously, leprosy was a valid ground for divorce. But with changing social perceptions and medical advancements, this has been reconsidered and removed from many laws. A communicable form of venereal disease is another ground for divorce. Renunciation of the world or entering any religious order is also a valid reason. Lastly, if a spouse has not been heard of as being alive for at least 7 years, the other spouse may obtain a divorce. Now, onto mutual consent. This is the most amicable way to end a marriage. Both parties agree to dissolve the union peacefully without assigning blame. The couple must live separately for a period before filing the petition, typically 1 year, and must prove that they have not been able to live together and have mutually agreed to dissolve the marriage. The procedure for divorce is a multi-step process. It begins with filing a petition at the district court in the area where they lived together, where they got married, or where the wife is residing at the time of filing. After the petition is filed, court hearings are scheduled. Both parties present their reasons and evidence for divorce. In cases of mutual consent, this process is simpler and faster. Courts can issue temporary orders for child custody, alimony, or maintenance during the divorce proceedings. In some cases, the court may order the couple to undergo counseling to see if reconciliation is possible. Finally, if the court is satisfied with the grounds for divorce and all legal procedures have been properly followed, it will grant a decree of divorce, officially dissolving the marriage. There you have it, an intricate yet comprehensive overview of divorce laws in India. A blend of modern legal principles with ancient religious customs. These laws reflect the country's rich cultural diversity. And as society evolves, so too will these laws, continuing to shape and reflect the changing face of marital relationships in India.
Our journey begins with the initiation of divorce proceedings. This is a significant step that necessitates the filing of a divorce petition by either spouse in the family court. The petition must articulate the grounds for divorce, which can range from cruelty, desertion, or adultery, to name a few. Following the filing, the next step is the issuance and service of summons. The court issues a summons to the other spouse, notifying them of the divorce proceedings. This summons must be properly served to the spouse, ensuring they're aware of the proceedings and can prepare their defense. We then arrive at the response stage. The spouse who has been served the summons has the opportunity to file a response, also known as a written statement, where they can contest the allegations made in the divorce petition. Now, let's navigate the labyrinth of the trial process. During the trial, both parties present their evidence and arguments supporting their respective positions. Witnesses may be called and cross-examinations conducted. The court then evaluates the evidence and arguments before proceeding to the next stage. The next turning point in our journey is the judgment and decree. If the court is satisfied with the grounds for divorce, it grants a decree of divorce, which legally ends the marriage. However, It's important to note that a decree of divorce is not granted immediately. There's a mandatory waiting period of 6 months to allow for reconciliation attempts. Next, we delve into the complex matter of alimony and maintenance. Either spouse can claim alimony or maintenance during or after the divorce proceedings. The amount and terms depend on various factors, including the spouse's income, standard of living, duration of the marriage, and the reason for divorce. When children are involved, the court's primary concern is their welfare. The court decides on custody matters based on what it considers in the best interest of the child. This could include physical custody, legal custody, or joint custody arrangements. We mustn't forget some special considerations. The process of divorce can be lengthy and complex, especially in contested cases. India does not have a concept of no-fault divorce for Hindu and Muslim marriages, meaning that the petitioner must prove wrongdoing by the other party. However, the introduction of the irretrievable breakdown of marriage as a ground for divorce is seen as a reformative step towards making the process more humane and less adversarial. In summary, divorce proceedings in India are a complex maze, starting from the filing of a divorce petition, through to the judgment and decree, alimony and maintenance considerations, child custody arrangements, and special considerations. To navigate this maze, it's advisable to seek legal advice from a qualified family law specialist. This complex journey through the intricacies of divorce proceedings in India illuminates the challenges and considerations involved. It underscores the importance of understanding the process and seeking professional guidance to navigate it effectively.